Hello everybody, it's Tammy here, and in this video I am going to be sharing with you guys what is on my iPad Pro, and would I recommend people getting one of these? My answer is no. So firstly, this is my lock screen wallpaper. It's from Pinterest. I don't post anything on Pinterest. I save pins from other people, other users. On my widgets, here are my widgets. So I have the calendar, and this calendar is from Widgetsmith, and then we have the battery, and then this other one which is from Widgetsmith as well, but it is connected to my calendar, so it has my schedule, events, everything on that small little widget. And then I have weather, because I think it's a great way to see how the weather is like and also be able to plan your outfit for the day. Square right here is just a picture from Pinterest again. Screen time. Now I personally love this screen time function that Apple has provided, because I like that I can better gauge myself and see how productive I was in that day or the week. Put it on my phone, on my iPad. I don't like to have my widget on my home screen because I find that it just squeezes everything, so I prefer it without and just plain like that once I log in straight away. My dock, I only put my email there. I don't want to decorate my mail, because if I decorate my mail, like the icon, I wouldn't be able to see the notification number, and then I wouldn't know how many unread mails I have. On the other side, as you can see, there's a line. The ones that are on the other side are my recently used apps. I love this function as well, because for me, let's say I'm using my GoodNotes halfway through and then I needed to go to YouTube because our teacher outsourced us to a YouTube video. Then what I would do is I have my GoodNote, and then I lift this up from the recently used. I can easily just bring it up to the side. So I really love the recently used function, instead of having to go back to home and then find my whatever app that I want to use side by side with. Camera, nothing much. Pics, it's just photos. Next we have calendar, which is all my schedule with my schoolwork, my CCA, all my personal stuff. Everything is here. Important stuff, everything, just everything, like everything. So it's a Gmail calendar. If I log on to my Gmail on Safari, I'll be able to use it as well. I'll be able to edit it from there. And then also my laptop's calendar is linked to my Gmail account, and so is my phone. So all three of my devices have the same calendar. I have clock, which is nothing much as well. Then we have maps, which is also a bit redundant. Settings, App Store, YouTube. I mean, who doesn't love YouTube? I love YouTube, so definitely I have my YouTube there. And also partly because a lot of my professors would link us and like outsource us to YouTube videos, because sometimes YouTube videos just explain terminologies way much better. So YouTube is not just for entertainment purpose, but also for my school. YouTube Studio, as someone who uploads video on YouTube, I think YouTube Studio is a really awesome app. It allows you to track your analytics. Next I have Netflix. And then we have Pinterest. As I mentioned, I get a lot of my wallpapers from Pinterest. Under the board called Aesthetic, Podcast. Now podcast is something that was in my bucket list in 2020 last year. I tried, but it didn't work because I'm not a book person. I prefer watching dramas and films. So podcast is something that, you know, you only listen. There's nothing for you to watch. I think that's why that made me a little bit more bored with it. But then I think it's also nice listening to podcasts on the way to school, just to relax your mind, things like that. Definitely still in my bucket list for 2021. I want to give podcasts a try. For reminders, I don't put now I know this says to-do list, but I don't use this to-do list. This to-do list is just a fixed to-do list. As you can see, the 4 items here, these are the 4 things that I need to do every day, whereas the more flexible to-do list, where, you know, I write down my assignment, what I need to prep for the next lesson, it will be in my GoodNotes, which I'll show you later. I also have my to-buy list here. Notes. I don't really use Apple Notes because obviously I have GoodNotes 5, but I know Apple Notes is also a really good app for note-taking. And then I have Safari. When I do my notes halfway, I need some image reference, then I will search it over here because it's really easy. Chrome is something that I surprisingly don't use it as often as I thought I would, because back in poly I used Chrome a lot, but now in uni I don't use Chrome for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I use Safari more, but I just have it there on standby because sometimes, you know, certain websites that our school has provided for us, they are not very well supported in Safari, and that's when I will use Chrome. So I have GoodNotes 5, which is the iconic note-taking app. I use it every single day, not just for school, for my personal stuff as well, like my diary. 2020 diary. May, I started in May only because I got my iPad in May. That's last year's diary. Then this year is this one here. So that's my 2021 diary, which is very empty still. I also have my to-do list. So this is the one I mentioned earlier, that it's my flexible to-do list. I write what I need to do for the particular module or any assignments. I write them down, and that's because writing my to-do list down makes me remember them better instead of typing it. Then we have iCloud, generally more for schoolwork, like my school timetable. Many other stuff as well, like GarageBand, and also music downloads from YouTube for video editing purposes. And then for on my iPad, these are the ones that I don't see a need to have it sync across all my devices. And also with the Apple Files app, it allows you to go over to your Google Drive, which is awesome, and also Dropbox. So Dropbox for me is more for my diary stuff, so my diary stickers that I download off from Paperlock. She makes free diary templates and free diary stickers, digital stickers for people to use, and she's just sharing her artwork and things like that, and I think it's awesome because her artwork is incredible. Go check her out. Google Drive, honestly, it's a lot of schoolwork, and by schoolwork I mean, you know, when you have to do up presentations. And my first page of my home screen, as you can see, is nicely decorated. I took almost 3 hours to do this up because all the icons and then the background. Okay, the home screen wallpaper is also from Pinterest. I was adjusting the size and finding the perfect color that I want, so it took me a lot of time to decorate this. The next page, I have all my other apps which I don't see any of decorating them. Face. Now this is the folder for Face because you get to see your friend's face, your teacher's face. FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, which we all would know, and MS Teams. Next, I have the school folder where I have all my Microsoft apps on the top. Google Docs, Google Slides is also for school. Dictionary, because my English is really bad. UCentral is for drugs. So if you are a nursing student, medicine student, pharmacy student, basically in the healthcare sector, I think this is a really good app that I would recommend because it allows you to search up on the majority of the drugs, and they will list down like the indications, the side effects, or the mechanism of action, and everything is there. But I believe this is not Singapore based, so certain indications, certain side effects may not be the same as what we are taught here in Singapore, or if you use it for slide presentation, school presentation, or case study, your lecturer, your professor, CI may say that it's wrong. So just to FYI, I don't think this is Singapore based. Next, I have Quizlet, which I use for some of my modules only, not all, where I make cue cards, pancreatic disorder, coronary artery disease, things like that. I think it's a really good way allowing me to test myself. Then we have Grammarly. As I mentioned, I use Grammarly. What is going on? For uni, actually I use it in poly also, but poly we don't have that much essays to write, whereas in uni we've got a lot more essays to write. I use Grammarly a lot. I use it even for my uni application as well. I just use the free version, it's good enough. Exemplify is a software that my university uses for us to take exams online. That is my backup version folder, which is Work, Keynote, which is PowerPoint, Numbers, Excel, Pages, Word doc, then iTunes U, and Books. Now these are apps that I don't use, mainly because it's not very well supported. Sometimes, you know, when you do presentations or when you want to upload submissions, it's not very well supported, so I don't really use them, but I just have them there in case at any one time if I need a second backup, I have them. Video folder is basically my video editing. So we have VLLO, which is the app that I use to edit my videos. Free upon downloading, but premium upgrade would be at I think $14. And I bought it because I really like this app. I think editing videos on this app is really easy. And there's a lot of different captions, different backgrounds, stickers, templates, all sorts of things. Canva is, I think it's getting more well-known these days. I use it for a lot of my thumbnails, the home screen icon thing, video intro, posters, IG highlights, sometimes even IG posts. Next, we have Photo Booth, which I don't really use, but I thought it'd be fun and cool to have it here. Alright, so that's basically everything on my iPad Pro 11. Now I shall share with you guys my recommendations on getting an iPad Pro, and my answer is yes, 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 yes. I was just joking with you earlier on in the video. Highly recommend. A lot of people have been asking me, my friends, even people on Instagram who has DM'd me and asked. My answer would always be yes, because it has made my life, my school life, so much easier to deal with. So I have a few reasons to why I would recommend. Number one, it's so much convenient bag friendly and travel friendly when I go to school. I just need to bring this one little thing and slot it in my bag, which is so flat because everything is in here, so it makes my academic school life a lot more easier, if you will. Number 2, it's got all my documents in one place. I don't have to bring different notebooks, different files, everything is here. I don't have to print out my documents that are given out from professors, everything is here. It's so much easier to organize my school notes. 3 is with GoodNotes 5. I think all note-taking apps, you are able to sync your notes to your iCloud. It syncs your notes from your iPad to your laptop to your phone if you're using all Apple devices, which makes life so much easier. It doesn't take up storage. I think it's really good. Number 4, you got all sorts of color options, pens, pencils, highlighter, whatever you need. It's all in this one Apple Pencil. I know this pencil is expensive, but honestly, if you think about it, you pay this for once. For the rest of your life, you don't need to buy pens, pencil, marker, highlighter, pen ink refills, pencil leads. You don't need to buy paper, you don't need to buy notebooks, you don't need to buy file folders. And it saves you a lot of money on getting all those stationeries. If you are someone like me who can go crazy buying stationery, you will save a lot of money. So I think getting an iPad, it is expensive on the time of purchase, but if you're thinking about long-term and subsequent use, you would honestly save a lot more money. So number 5, it saves you money on buying stationery. That is the end of this video, what's on my iPad Pro and why I recommend people in getting an iPad, because it's just so good. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe for more videos. Bye bye!